We have this house for the weekend.
We also booked this house for the weekend.
Hi, well, congratulations, everybody.
Thank you.
So I've got to say, this is my favorite movie of the fest so far.
What?
Like, by a long shot.
Oh my God, thank you. What
So-
a compliment.
Do you say this to everyone?
No! Technically, you were my first interview of the fest, but no, I don't say it to everyone. So I actually told my friend about this yesterday after I watched it, because I got a link to watch it at home.
Yeah.
And told him he had to go see it. And he went and saw it this morning, and he was like, yep, you're right. It's my favorite movie of the festival.
Yeah.
So I have to share that. He made me promise to share that. But for you, I've got to know, what was it that, drew you to this project?
Totally. I always go off of my reaction when I read a script. And so the first time I read it, I was just laughing the entire time. And my partner was in the other room and she could hear me go, oh my God. And so it was kind of that visceral reaction. And also I love Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, but kind of doing it in a comedic horror psychosexual way. So that's what drew me to it.
Amazing. And then for you guys?
What drew me to the film?
Drew you to the film.
I think there's so much intensity and so many surprises and moments of I don't know. And I loved the character Sin. She was so unlike me in every way possible, and I loved that, and I was very scared by it. But then just her relationship with Will and the dynamic that she has with Sage and with Diego, and then just the story. I mean, two couples that get booked in the same home. That's crazy.
Creepy. I think for me it was also this, when I read Diego, it's like things get so crazy in this film.
Oh, yeah.
To a level. And Diego seems like he's the only real grounded person in that story. Like everybody goes. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. Because it feels like he's in a different parallel universe going on there. But I think the script has this, the film itself has this, when things start happening, they start slowly, and you're like, okay, I guess I know where this is going. And then something happens, you're like, ooh, I wasn't expecting that. And then something else, and you're like, wait, what? By the time you finish, you're like, this is crazy. So yeah, when I read it, I couldn't stop it. I was like, this is insane. I can't wait to see it. So yeah, it was a beautiful experience.
Yeah. I mean, that was exactly my reaction. I was like, oh, maybe I know. Oh, and then again. Okay. So I want to ask you guys, for all of you, when you first read the script, and we can't say spoilers, but when there is a certain twist towards the end, the biggest one, I would say, what was your reaction without spoilers?
Oh, fuck.
Very literal.
That's my 2-word answer to that question.
I think, yeah.
I think I was drinking like a tea when I read it, and I might have actually spit out my tea. And I said, no fucking way. So 3 words, but yeah.
That's a good scene of him destroying the script. Yeah, he has to, oh, fuck. You can't do better than that. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Exactly. And I do love, it's like sex and violence, which literally the song, but like that's exactly what this movie is. But it's also twisted, psychological in a way. You start to think who's, the audience starts to guess even as much as the characters do, I feel like. So you talk about finding that balance, like, you know what I mean, between like violence and sex and twisted.
Yeah, I feel like the tone was something that was really important to me coming into it, because I wanted to create something where we have really good performances, but also it's fun and people should feel free to laugh at it because what's happening is absurd. And so kind of matching those together. And it's been really cool with that tone because we've done so many test screenings. And I really do think this is a cult audience movie where we want people to yell in the theater. And that's kind of reactions we have had, is people kind of reacting how we did of spitting out tea, figuratively. So yeah.
I love it. And for you guys, is there a scene, and it's going to be so hard without spoilers, but maybe that you were most excited to shoot, to film?
Well, that is a spoiler, right? It's just how, but I think there's something, it's just the dynamic of the characters happening, the dynamic between the two couples happening in that house, that it's really fascinating. And I love what Mercedes said at some point. It's like everybody has two sides, right? We all want like this crazy sexy thing, but at the same time we want love and caring and, you know, be embraced and be nested in that sense. So I think this is what plays the dynamic between the couples. It's like this desire for the crazy sex, but at the same time the desire for having home, you know, and that this is what the film explores, and this dual conflict between everyone else. So this was something that I loved doing. But this is my first horror film. I've never done it before. We don't do that much in Brazil. I'm from Brazil. So I had a lot of fun. It was just basically, at some point, basically, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but basically just throwing a bucket of blood and, okay, you're ready, go to set. So I'm like, okay. So yeah, that was we're moving fast. So it's like, feel it, okay, go, ready. So that was definitely my favorite part.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to pinpoint one favorite moment because every day was so much fun and there was always something that was just, oh my God, we get to play and we get to do this and find that balance like in every relationship with each other, you know, that dynamic of you know, each character has so many colors and it was fun to kind of like lean into a color here and a color here. I think one of my favorite scenes has to be jumping in the lake.
Oh yeah,
because I can't swim.
It's true.
Yes. So actually, Andra's very scared of water, but she's such a trooper that she's like, I'm gonna do this for the movie. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get in the tank. And I didn't know this until she told me on set, and I adore her. So thank you for getting in the water with us, Andra.
It was so fun.
Yeah. You survived. You made it.
I survived. It was fun.
And now you can swim.
No.
No, you still can't swim. I love it. And then, did you take any like directing influences for this one?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I mentioned Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf for blocking a lot. But I'd say for influences, it's just, I love a lot of horror films that are really character-based, but there's also, it reaches this camp fun level. So I know it's not as satisfying an answer, but there's probably 50 films in there that kind of worked its way into it. Yeah.
Amazing. And then for all of you, if you were double booked at a Airbnb or a house, what do you think you would do? Would you guys leave? Would you let the, you know, how would it play out for you guys?
3 letters. R-U-N. Run.
Yeah.
Run.
Especially now, you're like, no.
Don't. Why? No.
I wouldn't get out of the car. Just
Yeah. You're good.
Yeah. I think I would pretend to be someone else to kind of mess with them if I thought they were messing with me.
So cool.
I was like, this is a chance to reinvent myself, and I didn't think I'd be here. I think that's what I did.
You see, she has the perfect mind to direct.
Right, exactly. This is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, as much as you can, without spoilers, can you two talk about your characters and kind of where you are, I guess, at the beginning of the movie?
Do you want me to start?
yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, this is not a spoiler. So Diego and Sage, they're crossing the country, driving, and they're heading to a new start, to a fresh start in a different city. Diego is a teacher, and he's trying to write his first novel. And Sage is a journalist, very well-succeeded journalist, and she's supporting him in this process until they decide to stop for a weekend in this house close to this lake. And then everything goes from there. But this is interesting because, you know, the couple already has a backstory when they stop there. You know what I'm saying? And this is what is interesting because that's what they're going to mess with to begin with, you know. And so it's there's an interesting dynamic. But that's all I can say about Diego. He's just a good guy, open heart, sweet, not ready for any of this at all.
Yeah, and I think to contrast that, Sin and Will are very, I think, polar opposites. They're so, like, they're an infectious couple. They're confident. They're, you know, bubbly and outgoing and like, no, like, let's go make brunch and things like that.
Sexy.
Yeah. And, you know, to kind of dive deeper into Sin's character, I think it was so fun because there's 2 sides to her. And you have this, you know, you have this really sweet, empathetic, like childlike girl who's just a kid at heart and is so fun. And then on the other side, she is a little calculated and she loves to like use her body to get what she wants. And I think it was fun to kind of see that and to really dive deeper in both of those sides throughout the film and through the dynamics that were established with everyone.
Amazing. Well, congratulations, guys. Like I said, favorite movie of the festival. I don't see anything beating it. I hope many, many people see this movie because I think it is fantastic. So thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Diego? Well, do you mind helping me with something?